Hello guys, welcome back. Now in this session we are going to learn about functions in Terraform. So let's look into the agenda. What are the topics we are going to cover in this session? So guys, in this session we are going to start our discussion with what actually the functions within the Terraform is. Then we will understand that how many types of functions we are having within Terraform, and at last we will look into demo to understand how to work with functions. So guys, let's start our discussion. So first we will start talking about functions in Terraform. Terraform comes with various functions that helps us to writing the robust configuration for our infrastructure, and these functions are nothing but a predefined program which is already Terraform is providing. So now the question comes over here is, does Terraform provide the capability to create our own custom function? Then the answer is no. Within Terraform, the functions refer to the built-in function which is already being provided by the Terraform. This is about the functions in Terraform. Now let's look into the types of functions within Terraform. So if we talk about types of functions, Terraform offers us various built-in functions that help us to write the robust code for our Terraform. So in this aspect, it offers us various functions like numeric function, string function, collection function, encoding, file system, date and time, hash and crypto function, IP network function, type conversion function. So there are various categories is given for Terraform function. So before going into the demo, I wanted to let you know that if you want to look into the information about these functions, so where do you will check? Again here, you have to refer the Terraform registry. So to check the information about these functions, you have to visit this site. So this is the place where you will get all the information about the built-in function within Terraform. So over here you will see that it has given all the categories like numeric function, string function, collection function, and within that there are various types of built-in functions has been given. Now another point to remember over here is that suppose if you want to try any of the functions, so how do you would try quickly without writing a configuration file? So for such purpose, Terraform offers us console. So how we can access the console? Let's look into that. So guys, this is the command prompt of Windows 10. If you are using Linux, you should open your bash, and over here you should write Terraform console. Then it will give you the prompt, and within the prompt we need to specify the built-in method whichever we want to try. If you look it over here, it has given us this console, and over here we will try various functions like the max, and if I want to check which number is greater out of these three number, so I will check that. So it is returning the output. So that means we are able to execute the built-in function with the help of this command prompt that you can quickly check. So now let's proceed further. So guys, these function we use as per our need. Whenever if we are having any requirement, then we come over here, we will filter it. Suppose I want to get the information about trim function, so I will come it over here and write trim, then it will give me the information about trim and I will use it. However, it has given the example. So guys, this is how you can search for the information about the function within the Terraform. So guys, let's proceed further and let's do a demo to understand how we work with Terraform built-in function. So let's jump into the Visual Studio Code. So guys, we are into the Visual Studio Code, and for this demo we are having a requirement, and the requirement is that we are having a CSV file that contains the 25 users, and our project team want all the users should have their own access within AWS. So that means we have to create IAM users within AWS. So if we go with the earlier methods of user creation, with the help of that we can easily fulfill our requirement. If you remember what we did in our earlier session, where we have created a variable file, and along with that we have also created a TF var file, and within our program we have used count and count index, and from the TF var file we are passing the user list. So let's look into that program which we have written earlier. Then we will look into another way of fulfilling this requirement. So guys, this is the program which we have written earlier, where we are passing all the user information from this TF var file, and over here what we are doing, we are counting the length of the list, and then we are creating the resource those number of time by using that count.index and count. This time also we can achieve our requirement, or say fulfill our requirement, with the help of these codes, where we will take the CSV data This is our CSV file where we contains the user information. We should come over here and we will copy these information, and then we will go back to the program, and over here if we will come back, then we will paste the all user detail over here with the comma separated, and specify the double quotes over here and comma separated. Same way we can get all the user information and it will create that. There is no problem with this, but the problem is to do all these things you have to give extra effort to write the username. As this is a simple example, we don't have any issue. Now for example, so suppose the client come with a new requirement where he has given us policies for each of the individual users. So on that time it is very difficult to fulfill the requirement with the current approach, and with the current approach we need to change our program. So that is not very right solution. So you must be asking that how we can fulfill our requirement. So now let's look into the program, how we are going to design the program with the help of some built-in function. So let's come out from this. So now how we will start? We will start with writing the locals. First we will create the locals, where first we will read the file. So how we will read the file, the CSV file? So we need to use a built-in method that is called files. So let's take the file syntax, how we will use it. So we will go to the site and we will grab the syntax of the file, and then we can refer the path. So over here you should come, you will write file. I need a file function. So here you will see that we are having file function. You should go there and grab the syntax. I'm going to use this file function. Once you grab that, then you should paste it over here and provide the path. So this file is in our current directory, so we don't need to specify anything. We just have to specify the file name over here. So our file name is useraccess.csv. So this is our first step. So this will give us the path of the user access CSV. Now let's read the data from the CSV. So how you can read it? So there is another built-in method. So we will use that. We will tell that all user. I want all the user from the CSV. So how we will get that? So let's go to the site and we will check that whether any function is available for CSV or not. Now again we came here and over here we will filter that. Let's check CSV. So over here you will see that there is a CSV decode. We have to use this function. So how we can use it? Let's grab the name. This example I'm not going to grab it. So just I'm taking an example, CSV decode, and we will specify over here CSV decode, and then over here we need to specify this user list. As we are working on locals, which I have already discussed, to access the variable within the locals, you have to use a keyword called local dot and the name of the variable. You should remember that. So this way we are able to fetch all the users which exist within this CSV. Now with the help of these line of codes, we are able to grab the information from the CSV. Now the next step, we need to create the resource. So which resource we have to create? We have to create the IAM resource. So let's write resource, and over here we need to specify AWS. I want to create IAM user, so I need to specify like that, and over here I need to specify the name of the resource block which we are writing. So I am going to tell that all user list, and within this block we are going to specify the parameters. Now the next step, we need to grab all the users and convert it as a map variable, so that we can use that map variable and iterate each of the value. So how we can do that? So we have to use following syntax. We need to tell that for underscore each, and over here we need to specify for user in our local dot all user, and over here we need to specify the username. So how we will get the username? And this username exists within the CSV. If you remember, this is the column name. So this column we have to grab it. So how we will grab it? Let's look into that. As already we are having the data within the memory with the help of this all user. So here we need to specify user. We are reading one by one dot users name, and then we need to tell that user. So with the help of this, what this line of code is doing, it is just converting all the values as a map variable, and map variable is nothing but a dictionary variable. Now the next step, we need to iterate each of the name. So how we can iterate it? Let's look into that. So we want to create the IAM user. So we need the name. So to iterate it, we need to tell that each dot value dot the user's name. So here you will see that with the help of this part of the code, you are iterating each of the user's name which exists within this variable, which we have already got within the map variable. So here one thing you notice that we are using a each. So this each you have to remember whenever you are iterating after converting it into the map variable, you have to use this keyword each, and then you have to specify the value, and then you have to mention which value you want to read. Why this user's name came? It is because here the column name is user's name. Now another argument we have to pass for AWS IAM user is the path. So we should mention path over here, and that is system, and that's it. So this way we are able to create all the users within IAM by getting the details from the CSV. So let's run it and let's look into the configuration plan whether it is working or not. So save it, and to run it you need to go to terminal, and over here first step you need to specify Terraform init. So it is initializing the provider. It's done. Now next we need to specify Terraform plan inter, and if you will see it over here, you will see that it is going to create 24 resources, and all the users is listed over here. What users it is going to create, all the details it has read from the CSV. Now if you will type Terraform apply, then it will create all the IAM user within AWS. So let's do it. Terraform apply inter. It is asking for confirmation. Make sure that you will specifying yes over here. So it has started creating the users. It is still executing. So now it has created 24 users. So let's verify within the AWS console. So guys, we are into the AWS IAM management console, and if you come over here, then you will see that users, you should click over here, and then you will find that it has created all the users which we have read from the CSV, and this is what I wanted to demonstrate you in this session. But make sure that you are going to destroy it prior to completing the session. So how we can destroy it? We need to specify Terraform destroy. It is asking for confirmation. Make sure that you are specifying yes over here. Now it is deleting each of the resources. So now it is being deleted, or say destroyed. Just verify that by refreshing it, and indeed it has destroyed it. So now let's conclude our session. So guys, in this session we have looked into functions in Terraform. We have also discussed about Terraform doesn't support custom functions. Then we have discussed about various types of functions, where we looked into various different categories of Terraform built-in function. Then we looked into Terraform console, where we can quickly check each of the functions without writing the TF file. And at last we have performed a demo where we read the CSV file that contains 24 users, and for each of the individual users we have created IAM access within AWS with the help of Terraform program. So on this note, I am stopping over here. See you in the next session. Till then, bye bye, take care.